Hi there, it's Natalie at Custom Crops, and I have another great Halloween-inspired home decor project for you. We created this little boo hanging decor from many of the things that we carry here at Custom Crops. One of our most recent additions is, well, we've started carrying a lot of paper, so you want to make sure you check out our website for all the new paper we have. But this happens to be from Pink Paisley, and it's some really cool Halloween paper. We like this one because not only, well, it's double-sided, so it's great, gives you a lot of different options, but this basically just gives you the option to create all these little fun Halloween tags, and all you have to do is cut out the shape on the paper. So it's great. We used that. We used our Prima stars. We used them in orange, but you can also, they also come in black if you want to just add a little sparkle to your project. The base of our project is using the Abby's album from Cosmo Cricket. This is a black album, but if you wanted to change it up a little bit and make it your own, we also have Jack's album and Kate's album, and they're a couple different little sizes, and we've got a couple different larger albums if you're looking to make a larger album. Now what's great about this is that if you're using this to make a short word like I did, I could basically buy one package and get two projects out of it. So it really is a cost-effective project for you. You're going to need some Tim Holtz, the bead chain, and that's what we use to finish and hang our project from. We're using the Cuttlebug, both the cut and emboss die, and this is the Halloween sign one. And then we also use some of Tim Holtz stamps. This is the Trick or Treat collection, and we'll be embossing some stamps and doing some fun stuff. So let's start our first step, which is to prepare our album for our letters. Okay, so let's start preparing our book page, and we're going to be applying some of the Tim Holtz stamps. We're going to be using the spider web that I've already adhered or put onto my rock blocks, and we're going to be using our big and bossy embossing pad with Ranger clear embossing powder. So it gives it a really cool effect. I'm just going to ink up my spider web stamp, and I'm going to just stamp it down. Now I'm working on my Ranger mat, so my surface is protected. Okay, and you can kind of see the ink there. And I'm going to just do one more stamp across this way. Okay, so you can see my ink is clear there, and I'm going to put this aside and just sprinkle on my clear embossing powder. Okay, and make sure that all of my ink is covered. Dust it off, and then with my heat tool, going to use that to emboss, get that embossed effect. And I have my embossed spider webs. For my next step, I just have some of the Pink Paisley paper that I've cut to size, and I'm going to use my Tim Holtz paper distresser around the edges. Okay, and then you can crinkle up your page if you want to a little bit, make it look kind of distressed. And then I'm going to be using some fluid chalk here in purple, just around the edges. Okay, and then grab my Glue Arts, my Glue Glider Pro, and put some adhesive on the back, and stick down the center of my page. Just like that. So the next step is to make this little ruffle that is behind. So we made one of the ruffles with the scalloped edge from the paper, and this just came off of the pink paisley paper. And then we just have purchased some orange crepe paper, and that will be the second ruffle. So in order to make the first ruffle, I just kind of gathered up this paper just like this, and I just kept folding it. Just like that, and kind of made some creases so that it lays down for me. And then I wanted to make sure that my ruffle falls in between the two little grommets, or the two holes that are punched, because that's where my ribbon is going to be, and I don't want it to conflict with where my ruffle is. So I'm just going to do one more little crease there. And then if I flip my page over, and you just run a little bit of Permatac from your Glue Glider Pro. So simple and easy. I'm just going to stick it right down. Just like that. And then you can bend it forward if you want to, and you can take some of your fluid chalk ink and run it over the edges so that it coordinates, just like that. Then for your crepe paper, this is a little bit trickier. So how I do this is I get myself a pretty good length, and then I use my double-sided tape, and you can use tacky tape or whatever double-sided tape that you like. And I just run a length along my crepe paper. And these are just regular streamers that we purchased at, you can get them at a party store or a craft store. And then you take off that lining there. And then you just begin to do the same exact thing that you did with the paper. You just start to gather it up. And because it's got that double-sided adhesive on it, it does your ruffle for you, and you don't really even have to keep it gathered. Just makes it nice and easy. And then I did kind of a rainbow or a semicircle, so as you are gathering, you can kind of do that shape by the way you're angling the paper. Okay, and then once you have it all gathered up, if I can get it unstuck here, you just flatten it down just a little bit, and then you want to see also where exactly you need to be cutting off, because you don't want it to be all the way out to the edge. You want to stop pretty much right behind the first ruffle that you made. So I'm just going to take my Tim Holtz scissors and just trim off my excess that I don't need. Okay, I'd say that's pretty good. And now, because it's double-sided adhesive, when it's adhered, I can just take my little page and push it right down, and it'll stick. And then you can trim off the excess or rip it off. Okay, so we have our little ruffles made.